Welcome to the deep dive. We're cutting through the noise today, looking at a really compelling story. It's about Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen the lectures, but we're going deeper.
Yeah.
Informed by the chalkboard saint, Cancer's untold dedication.
Exactly. We want to get past that public image
Right.
and look at the specific details, his early life, the challenges. It's about understanding the dedication, really, and the choices that made his approach so unique.
And why it matters, I suppose, that idea of passion, purpose.
Yeah, especially when things are tough. It offers a pretty crucial perspective.
Okay, so let's get into it. This journey, before he was known everywhere, it started really small, didn't it? Very humble.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking earliest days in Patna, long before YouTube.
What was it like?
Super basic. He rented this tiny room and his tools, just a blackboard and chalk. That was it.
Wow. No smartboards, no big investment?
No, nothing like that. Forget lakhs of rupees, just
Good.
belief.
Yeah.
Pure belief in teaching. It's such a contrast to, all the high-tech stuff you see now.
And financially. It wasn't easy, I imagine. How did he even survive, let alone teach others?
Well, that's the thing. That's where you really see his priorities.
Wow.
He was earning something like barely 3,000 rupees a month.
Which is, what, next to nothing?
Pretty much, yeah. Just enough for rent, maybe some books, basic living. But here's the amazing part.
Yeah.
Even with that, he managed to teach hundreds of students completely free.
Hundreds.
Whoa.
For free. How?
He paid for their materials sometimes, covered his own rent. It clearly wasn't about making money. It was just this deep commitment,
Yeah.
accessible education.
That's extraordinary generosity. There's that one story too, right? An encounter that really sums it all up.
There is, yeah. It's quite something. A student comes to him, wants to learn, but only has 50 rupees, like almost nothing.
50 rupees. What did Cancer do?
He just looked at him, smiled apparently, and said, Let's make the pick. Basically, you want to study. Then just study with all your heart. We'll figure out the money later.
Wow.
And he didn't just waive the fee. He gave the kid a tiffin, a lunchbox and some books from his own shelf, his own books.
And what happened to that student? Does the story tell us?
That's us. That same student later cleared a really competitive exam. A big deal.
That's amazing.
And he still calls Khan Sir affectionately, Ma ke Bad Guru.
Teacher after mother.
Exactly. It just shows, doesn't it, the kind of lasting impact a teacher can have when they put the student first. It really makes you think.
It definitely does. Which sort of leads to this other key moment. Because he didn't stay unknown forever, did he? Offers must have come in.
Oh, they did. Big offers.
Yeah.
From elite, high-paying coaching institutes, the kind that promise huge salaries.
But he turned them down.
Every single one.
Why on earth would he do that?
His reason was, incredibly simple but powerful. He said,
Education should never be a luxury.
Precisely. He refused the money because he had this dream, this principle. Quality education should be for everyone, no matter how much money they have. He stuck to it.
So the takeaway here isn't just about, working hard. It's about sticking to a principle, even when it costs you.
Absolutely. It's a radical commitment, really, to accessibility and that sacrifice. You see the results today.
How so? What's the connection?
Well, that early dedication, refusing to make education expensive, it directly leads to what's happening now. You've got thousands, probably tens of thousands of students in rural areas who are cracking these tough competitive exams. And how? Not with fancy coaching centers they can't afford, and just a basic mobile phone in his videos. It proves that expensive isn't the same as valuable, especially in education.
That's a powerful link. So for everyone listening, when you see Cancer online, the lectures, the clips, remember this backstory, the tiny room, the chalk, the free classes, turning down the big money. It's a story of sacrifice, struggle, but also incredible purpose.
Yeah, it's not just his story, is it? It's about what happens when educators truly put students first, above everything else.
A principle that seems increasingly rare sometimes.
It does. And maybe connecting it to the bigger picture, it makes you ask yourself, what really defines success? What defines impact in our world? Is it just the stuff we can count, the money?
Or is it something else?
Exactly. Maybe it's more about the lives you touch and the principles you just refuse to compromise on. Something to think about.